into the fold. So that's the 5-pack of current free agent goaltenders that I took a peek at and thought might make some sense for the Leafs as a PTO or as a third goaltender. Any of those ones kind of stick out to you, and anyone you think would make sense?
Well, I mean, the vibes would tell me Reimer, just because I met the guy, got his signed hat. He had a sick logo on a hat, but he wouldn't be my top choice. It would probably be Georgiev, because this is like, I know he had a really bad year. He saw himself get shipped away from Colorado, but the Colorado wasn't great.
Dang.
But
he went to San Jose. He was even worse. He had an .874 save percentage and a .338.
Who's doing well in San Jose? Like, let's be honest.
But like, he was brutal for Colorado too. Like, he's just terrible. Like, he legitimately could not enter a game without giving up 5 goals, it felt like.
Yeah, I mean, but San Jose is just so bad. Like, it's hard to always like blame it all on the goalie. Now, we're talking about the third goalie here. It's just like Reimer at least played some games last year, and it was for Buffalo, and Buffalo was not very good.
I believe he had like half decent numbers though, if I'm not mistaken.
He had a .901 save percentage, .290 goals against. Like,
in Buffalo. I mean, you think San Jose?
If James Reimer is willing to come back to Toronto, and they sign him tomorrow, like to a PTO, I'd be fine with it. I just thought Georgiev has a little more experience, but I mean,
experience what?
He did a couple years ago. Well, the year before, had half decent numbers for Colorado.
James Reimer's played 525 games regular season, 11 playoff games. I mean, Reimer's got far more experience than Georgiev.
I'm just talking more like recent experience, but like, again, like, maybe I'm just kind of overthinking the Detroit part of it and the San Jose part of it, which, so like, if I'm going to give Georgiev a little bit of a break, I should give Reimer the same break. Yeah, sign me up for James. I'll take the James Reimer experience 2.0. I was upset the way that the first experience went, because I thought he got the raw end of the deal.
Well, yeah, he got traded to San Jose, right? I mean, the team was junk.
Well, yeah, the team was terrible. Like, in that Leafs, he got traded from the Leafs because he was actually half decent, and he needed him to not be good.
You're stopping too many pucks here, James. They're trying to
918 save percentage to 249 goals against average for a team that was actively trying to tank for Austin Matthews. Now, granted, it was probably the right decision to trade him because they got Austin Matthews in that, but yeah, I'm like looking at the numbers. I didn't realize, okay, well, San Jose was still, good. Even when like San Jose was bad a few years ago, his numbers were actually like league average. So
yeah, I think he's been decent. He's been a nice little backup goalie for a while, and if he wants to keep playing, whether or not he can play in the American League is a whole different story. But if he just wants to keep playing, I mean, I think there's a lot of fans of his in this city, in this organization, that probably will give him an opportunity. I think that he'd be a good locker room guy, someone you bring in, and certainly you trust him. If an injury occurred, he could go up and play some meaningful minutes for you. So that's one other guy who I was considering as well. Certainly,
I'd be fine with that.
Jack Campbell wasn't on your list though.
No, I just think for Jack's sake, he, just how everything went with Edmonton, I just think that we always knew that he had the talent. I don't think it's ever been a question about anything other than can he mentally handle it. Now we're talking about, again, the third goalie role, and Myers. That's just, in my opinion, that's just too much of a risk to throw it toward, like, to put your chips in that basket. Like, I'd rather have Reimer. I'd rather have even like a Dustin Tokarski. I would probably have over Jack Campbell. Again, Soupy. Like, he had great moments in Toronto. I never forget the win streak that he had. I think the record he set for most consecutive wins by a Leafs goalie. those always remember that. It's just, again, if we're gonna throw names out there, Reimer probably is the best one. So let's go and get James signed. Even though I don't know if they'll even do the PTO. We'll see.
Yeah, I don't know either. But those are just a couple of names who are out there. Although Spencer Martin, I just went to take a peek. I think he signed a deal in the KHL, so he's actually not even available. He's already out in Russia, so you can cross him off the list. We'll put Dustin Tokarski in there instead of Spencer Martin to round out a little 5-pack. Really quickly, Dave, there was also some news and notes around the NHL. Pierre LeBrun reporting that starting when the CBA starts next year in 26-27, so that started that season, they're going to be shortening preseason games, and that's they're going to be implementing the 84-game regular season. And get this, they're going to begin the season in late September, and the Stanley Cup shall be awarded by mid-June. Wow. They actually listened to the fans for once.
Yep, but guess what? They're not going to listen to the fans on. Using that extra time to make sure the draft is centralized.
Yeah, still going with the decentralized draft, huh?
Yep.
God. I mean, I just think that realistically, the biggest issue wasn't necessarily the draft that was decentralized. The broadcast was brutal.
Yeah, just the way that the whole thing was run.
Yeah, and I think that they'll learn from that. If it's just as bad, it turns out to be, another 4-hour 4A for the first round, and they can't possibly do this every year like that. No shot, no chance. So they'll give it one more shot, I guess, and see if they can change it and see if it works out any better. But I prefer the in-person. That's just me. I know a lot of people feel the same way. The centralized draft was always better, in my opinion. More moves happened too. Like, we didn't see any trades this year. I think that was a big reason for it. Many GMs said that they felt that was a reason why there wasn't a whole lot of movement on the draft floor, because, well, there wasn't a draft floor. You couldn't go over to a GM and have a quick conversation, try and get something done. So yeah, they're never going to bat 1,000, Dave. They're never going to bat 1,000. But having the Stanley Cup awarded by mid-June, it's a good start. Because ain't no one want to see Stanley Cup final hockey on June 24th again. I just don't need to see it. All right, June 12th, June 11th, 13th, get out of here. Then we're done. And then we can look forward to free agency. Give them a couple of weeks. Get ready for the draft, get ready for free agency, and Bob's your uncle, away we go. So that all starts not this season, but the start of next season, the 2026-27 year is when that all will be implemented. All right, it's going to do it for us here today on the podcast. I'd like to thank you all for listening and supporting the show. You can subscribe to the Locked On Leafs podcast on all platforms and receive daily Leafs content. Follow myself on Twitter at Mickey_Canuck. Follow Dave at D_ Morrisudi, and follow the show as well at Locked On Leafs. We'll be back with another episode for you guys on Monday. We're back to 5 shows a week starting next week, so Monday through Friday. So join us again. Enjoy your weekends. Until then, keep it locked right here on Locked On Leafs.